Hello, this is Team 7 and introductions from left to right.
Yeah, my name is Arzu Mannan.
My name is Cameron Landry.
And my name is Cameron Manning, and we are Team 7. Our project name, we decided to call it Casino Royale. So, okay, there we go. So the first slide here is basically the topic, how we started to approach the project. And as a group, we were talking about a bunch of different ideas, um, starting out with simple recipe pages, and we even entertained a bit about uh, moving sprites on a board game. But uh, we all just kind of ended up in agreement with uh, blackjack. So the purpose of blackjack is that in choosing it, the rules are simple, the rules are easy to understand, and we could get creative with the animations. And through our duration, we worked together. But in particular, we ended up focusing our roles to particular segments or parts, but that'll be displayed in the summary at the end of the video. But in the end, we still helped each other when we needed it, as described on the PowerPoint. So the problem, we needed to set up a blackjack interface. Now, uh, how we did it in the end was the cards were made of three different elements: a div element for the top, a div element for the bottom, and even a header for the type of uh, symbol to be selected. So for a 6, we used a spade, and for the king, we had a crown. And this starts out with like several different HTML pages, one of them being a welcome page, and the other page being the blackjack page where the actual game is started. But you'll see this in the demo. No, the slide's basically saying how our two background images were selected. So the right here was called green felt. It's the overall background page of our setup and interface. And the second background was for the card back for the deck. Now, this is the welcome page design. The final product ended up being a little different, but again, we'll show that in the final demo. So the top left is kind of what the welcome page actually looks like. It has animations with the bulbs actually blinking or flashing as is on the bottom here in the HTML CSS animation flash. So there's three different types of bulbs. One, the delay, there is no delay. For the second bulb, there is a 0.16 second delay. And the last one is 0.33. And this means that they start flashing in their own time. So this page is basically code for the top of the welcome screen. And you can see that there's a class bulbs, a class bulbs 1, and a class bulbs 2, three different bulbs. And on the right here, the flashing and the animation was done by keyframes. So for the flash, it's from 0% opacity to 100% opacity. And for the drop down animation, it is a vertical translation by a certain amount of pixels. So this is the how the blackjack was table HTML was designed. And on the top picture here is where the dealer goes, and the bottom here is where the player is supposed to go. The player side has two hover buttons. One is called hit and the other called stand. And basically with hover, you select it with the the mouse pointer and you just hover over it to its respective position. And this is the CSS code for both the hit and the stand buttons, with from the background colors to margins and alignments and such. And on the very left here is where the transformations are when you do the dot hit. So this page is just quick videos of what's going on. So this is for what happens when you highlight over the hit section. And this side is what happens when you hover over the stand. Okay. So in testing, the blackjack page, the animations were somewhat difficult to handle because without JavaScript, we couldn't actually make a button do much. Instead, we had to improvise using a hover function, which is why the cards move as they do. And because of this, we couldn't really tie the animations together. So, and what that basically means is the king's card from the video that actually moves completely on its own after like 8 seconds pass. And we definitely tried looking for a more elegant solution, but we couldn't do anything that didn't involve JavaScript in the end. And this is the testing phases for the welcome page. So by comparison, the welcome page was much simpler to handle because it was keyframes and just flashing bulbs with 3 different types of bulbs. But I guess you could call the difficulty in how long it would take to set that up. But in comparison, that was really it. No real challenge to figure out. And now we go over the final web page demo. So this is the welcome page. As you see, there's a flashing bulbs all across from left to right. I mean, from left to right, there's flashing. And when we hit play now, we go to the Blackjack HTML page. So we can choose to hit or stand. If we hit, okay, so when you say hit, the car goes down, but when you hit stand, that's when the message comes up that the dealer is busted. And that's basically it for the web pages. So as promised, I'm going to end it on the summary page. My name was Camren Manning. I was elected the leader, and this is where our team members focus their time and effort. And that should be it. Thank you for watching.